Oh, there you are. I didn't see you there. I was just reading this because I got it recently. And I figured since it was Superman Day recently, I would talk about the Superman Day festivities and what new things we learned about the Superman movie, specifically the merchandise, because we didn't know a lot about that before, but now we do. Probably wondering why the hell I'm dressed like this. Well, it's so I can do this. This is the only reason why I wore this. It's because I wanted to do this. So, there you go. Now, April 18th was Superman Day and was a big celebration, of course, for DC and Superman fans across the world. We got a behind-the-scenes look at the movie, which was pretty exciting, and I really liked that. And if you went to your local comic book store, they had a lot of goodies. So, I bought these. The Summer of Superman special here kind of gives you an idea of what DC is going to be publishing this summer for their Summer of Superman event to hype up the movie. And then they also had this, which I was reading before. It's a reprint of Action Comics #1, the debut of Superman. But as you can see on the cover, that's David Cornsweet holding up the car. And it's pretty cool, and I like it. My only complaint with it is that it's huge. Where am I supposed to put this? I can't put it in a sleeve. Where's this fucker gonna go? I don't know. And then they had some freebies. These specifically were the freebies. They had Action Comics, or no, All-Star Superman #1 and Superman for All Seasons #1, as well as Jimmy Olsen Super Cyclopedia. In full transparency, I have no idea what the hell this is, and I haven't read it yet to figure out what it is. But I don't know, it's kind of cool, probably. I don't know, I haven't read it. But those were the freebies. These are the freebies that you could have gotten. But we also learned a lot about the different merchandise, and today I'm going to be talking about it, as well as some other stuff that we've been seeing lately. And I'm going to start off with DC Multiverse, because that's kind of like the big action figure line for DC. It's their Marvel Legends equivalent. There's Jesus too. He's there. I should put him with Matt Murdock. He's with Matt Murdock now. So for DC Multiverse, we have a Superman, a regular Superman, to start off with. And he looks really good, and he's got, you know, he looks kind of like David Cornsweet. I think Todd, he's still got to work on likenesses. They're kind of hit and miss right now. They're not as good as Hasbro is able to do. Even Mattel, what they're able to do with their Jurassic Park line and their WWE figures. I think they make WWE. What they're able to do with that is pretty good. So hopefully Todd can do that. But this is a really good figure. I will say the blue is a bit dark as well. It's not too dark that I'm like, ugh. And also no wired cape on this guy. To get the wired cape though, you gotta go to Deluxe Superman, and this comes with the wired soft goods cape, which I hope Hasbro does. Also comes with Krypto, so more incentive to get this guy is he comes with Krypto. And then he also comes with some swappable face plates. They don't really do full heads to swap, just a face plate, I don't know why. But they do. And you get a heat vision head, kind of an angry head, and then like a second like neutral face. I don't know what that is, and honestly the angry head isn't really that noticeable difference, so honestly I think they should have just done the heat vision head. Then we have Lex Luthor. He looks great. Pretty good likeness to Nicholas Hoult. And I love this suit. We haven't seen him wear it yet, but it's like this kind of like really dark purple three-piece suit. And it looks really nice. I like it a lot. And we'll see that again on another thing. And there will be a deluxe Lex Luthor as well. That will come with Baby Kaiju. So we'll get back to him later as well. Then we have, these ones we don't really know too much about. But we have Mr. Terrific, who looks good. It comes with some T-spheres. He, I think, has pinless arms. I can't tell, but I think he does for the fair play on his sleeve, which this is big. This is big for DC Multiverse, because I don't think they do a lot of pinless joints. So this is huge for them. And then we have Metamorpho. This is one of our best looks in Metamorpho. And he looks so fucking good. I love the way Metamorpho looks. We got a little look at him as well in the behind the scenes promo. And the makeup is fantastic on Anthony Carrigan. And I'm super excited to see more of this guy. And the action figure looks good too. And then we're also getting the Fortress Robot number 4, which I did not expect. And I'm super excited about it. I'm definitely gonna get one of him. And he even comes with a little cape, and he's like doing like a kind of thing. Actually, I do hope that he has like a swappable like number plate. So if you don't want him to be number 4, you could have it be like number 12 or number 7 or number 2 or something. I think that could be kind of fun. And then we have the Kaiju, and he's gonna be a big guy. Looks pretty good. This is our best look at the Kaiju. It looks cool. Obviously it's a lot smaller than it looks like it'll be in the movie. It's still pretty cool. And it's a cool design. Kind of looks like a fucked up axolotl. So I don't know if that was an inspiration for this guy, but he looks pretty neat. And again, we'll be getting into him a little more later, because there's one toy on this list that kind of maybe spoils something from the movie, but we'll get to that. And then we have a statue of Superman, because they do a lot of these static statues, and it's pretty good. It's just Superman doing the classic fists on the hip pose in front of the Fortress of Solitude. And I think he has a wired cape, which is kind of interesting, because usually I don't think statues have that. It's interesting that this one does. So overall, I think these are good. There are some characters missing. We don't have a Hawk Girl or a Guy Gardner. I'm assuming we'll get those later on. And then, you know, we don't have like Lois Lane or Jimmy Olsen, but I don't think they'll get figures. Also, no Engineer or the Ultraman guy. We don't have them either, but I'm sure we'll get them eventually. Then we got our Funko Pops, because you gotta have your Funko Pops. Gotta have one of them. Whoa! Not a whole lot of these. There are 4 regular Pops. We're getting a Superman, a Lois, a Lex, and a Krypto. They all look pretty good. Superman, he's flying, which is fun. So is Krypto, and Krypto looks so fucking cute, man. He's adorable. Lois is like kind of walking around, and she's in that one outfit that we see her wear in the trailer, where she's like walking into the office with the newspaper, and then that other shot where she's like looking over the shoulder at Clark. And then Lex, he's in that purple suit that I talked about earlier, and he has a Luthor Corp mug, which I think is fun, and I hope they sell, because I will buy it. And then we're also going to get a Jumbo Superman. I think these are like 10 or 12 inches big. And then a keychain of Superman, and it's like this big. And I think the Jumbo is a different size, or a different pose than the regular, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if they usually do that, but that's kind of fun. Again, a lot of characters missing. This is probably the one line that has like the least amount of characters, but it's also the one line where it's like all the like Superman characters, you know. It's like we don't have like any of the Terrifics or Justice League International characters. We don't have the Engineer or Ultraman or the Kaiju. It's just Superman and Lois Lane and Lex Luthor and Krypto. No Mr. Terrific, no Guy Gardner, none of that. So that's kind of interesting. But, you know, it's Funko. It's a Funko Pop. So we're gonna get those eventually as well. So I don't think it'll be this bare bones for long. Next up is Superpowers. This is another toy line that McFarlane does that is like the old 80s DC figures. This is one of them that McFarlane's made. It's either Mattel or Toy Biz who made them, and it's basically like recreations of those. So they make some of the figures that they made back then in this kind of style, sort of like the Star Wars vintage collection that recreates the old Kenner toys that they did when Star Wars original trilogy came out in the 70s and 80s, but for DC in that era too. For, again, either Mattel or Toy Biz, I don't remember who. Or maybe even Kenner, I don't know. They might have had their their hand in the pot. But they do some, it's mostly comic stuff. I think this is their first like movie tie-in thing. And we're getting a couple different figures here. Again, very bare bones. We're just getting Superman, Guy Gardner, Metamorpho, and the Fortress Robot number 4. And I think he comes with the Fortress of Solitude playset. So you get Fortress of Solitude, you got the ice crystals for the wall, and you got the little computer-y thing with like the sun magnifier thing, and then the little chair bed for Superman to sit in. Next up, Halloween costumes. So you can dress up as these different characters for a Halloween or for a convention or something. And these all look pretty good. Halloween costumes have gotten pretty good lately, and I don't know who makes these. So I'll leave that here. Who made these costumes? Jim, the editor supreme. Okay, thank you for letting me know. So these people made these, and some of these come in adult and kid sizes. One of them does not. The ones that come in ones that come in both adult and kid sizes are Superman, Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, and Hawkgirl, and these are all pretty fun. I mean, you know, the Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner and Hawkgirl, you know, they're basically the same because they're all wearing, you know, the same kind of jacket, costume, and then you just accessorize. The Mr. Terrific comes with like the T mask, and Hawkgirl, you have attached wings and also the helmet. And Guy Gardner, interestingly, does not have like a Green Lantern ring. That is very interesting. I don't know why it doesn't come with that. And also no bowl cut wig. You gotta do your own bowl cut. BYOBC. Bring your own bowl cut. Then you have the Engineer. This is only available in adult sizes. So if your little girl wants to be the Engineer for Halloween, you gotta say, no, you can't, because they didn't make one in kid size. So you gotta be Hawkgirl. And then for your dog, we have a Krypto cape. So your dog can be Krypto, but I don't know what sizes these come in, because I don't know dog sizes. And you bet your ass I'm getting that Superman costume, and I'm gonna wear it in videos. These are other items that we're gonna be getting, starting with the infamous Hallmark Ornament of Superman. Now, the reason why it's infamous is because some dumbass on Twitter posed the question of what people would prefer to buy for their kid. Either a fucking Christmas ornament for David Cornsweat Superman, or the high-end adult collectible SH Figuarts or Mafex or whoever Henry Cavill Superman action figure. So, you know, I don't know which one your kid wants. If he wants like a Christmas ornament or an action figure that isn't even made for kids, you know. I mean, it's obviously rage bait, but you know, it's still like, dude, I wouldn't give either of them to my kid, because one isn't a toy and the other isn't made for kids. So, like, if I'm gonna get my kid anything, I'm gonna get him like a fucking toy that's actually made for them, man. Now, earlier I asked the question of why the Guy Gardner Halloween costume doesn't come with a Green Lantern ring. But with this product, you can solve that problem, because they are making a replica Green Lantern ring for this movie. And this is also just our best look at what a DCU Green Lantern ring is gonna look like. And they look pretty good. I know from that one set photo from Lanterns, it looks like Hal Jordan's might have like some gold on it. But I'm assuming this is what they're all gonna look like, because I don't think there are like personalized Green Lantern rings. Maybe there is in like one random one-off comic in another universe, but I think they're all the same. This is cool. You can get this for your Green Lantern cosplay, you know? Alright, this is the thing I was talking about earlier in regards to the kaiju. There might be a spoiler for the movie. So if you don't want to get spoiled, skip to this time code. Put the time code here, Jim. Thanks, Jim. So it's a very minor spoiler, but you know, just in case you don't want to know too much about the movie, then here we go. 3, 2, 1. This is the Superman Kaiju Slime Battle. It comes with a Superman action figure of this style. I forget who makes this. Who makes it, Jim? Thanks, Jim. and looks pretty good. And it comes with big old kaiju. And the play feature here is that Superman like uppercuts him, and I guess there's like some sort of thing like right here that activates a play feature where his guts fucking explode and then blue slime spills out of his stomach. So I guess while fighting the big kaiju, Superman's gonna punch him so hard that he bursts a hole in his stomach and his blue guts spill out onto the streets of Metropolis. So that's the spoiler, I guess. And this is interesting. I figured it would have been like a spring-loaded like fire missile thing. Like you could do that with the kaiju because we know it breathes fire. That's one of its powers. But you know, I guess they want the they want the play feature where Superman makes his guts spill out. So that's kind of fun. Then we have Flying Krypto. This actually leaked a while ago. This is one of the first Superman toys that we saw. And now we have official photos of it. And it's basically like one of those like RC helicopters. So you know, he flies around and it's got like helicopter blades, so it's not the best looking thing in the world, but it's Krypto. He flies. That's kind of fun, and I'm assuming there might be a Superman variant to this. Next up is the Imaginext Superman versus Kaiju. I forgot. Well, I didn't even know they still made DC stuff, but they do. Remember the Batcave? That old Batcave. Everyone had that fucking Batcave. Even I have it somewhere. And I also have that Superman. They had a Superman and Krypto. It came with like a big piece of kryptonite. I have that too, with the Batcave. So this is Superman versus the Kaiju. I don't think the Kaiju has any sort of crazy play features, but you know, it's the Kaiju again, and it comes with the little Superman, and that's fun. Right, these next things, these aren't really toys. We have a Fortress of Solitude Superman logo light. It's basically the crystals of the Fortress of Solitude and then a Superman logo. And it lights up, and that's fun. Then we have a squishy Krypto light. It's Krypto as a light, and to turn it on, you smush his head. I think that's very funny. Then we have a Krypto plushie, and also a Superman plushie. The Superman plushie looks kind of weird. The Krypto plushie looks adorable, and I'm gonna buy them. Then we have an Uno deck. It's a deck of fucking Uno cards. Whatever. Then we have a Daily Planet mug. I think this is a prop replica of the one I think Lois Lane holds in the trailer. There's also a card tin with the Daily Planet thing. This isn't for the Uno deck. It's a tin that you put cards in, and it's got a Daily Planet thing on it. Then we have a neon sign for the Superman logo. That's pretty fun. We have like a thermos or a coffee mug that like keeps your coffee warm, one of those, and that's got a Superman logo on it, and that's pretty fun. And then throughout the Summer Superman, which I think is like May to July, and you can learn all about it in this. They're gonna have a bunch of variant covers for different Superman comics featuring David Corenswet Superman. Here they all are, drawn by many different famous, notable Superman artists, and they all look really good. Some of them reference some famous Superman covers and artwork, and they all look pretty fun. And I think this one of David Corenswet and James Gunn is also a part of that. And that's it, everybody. That's all the Superman stuff. And yeah, I'm sure we'll get more as the days go on, because I think the Superman Day celebration was the official start of the marketing campaign for the movie, so we'll definitely be getting a lot more stuff in the coming months as we get closer to July 11th. The Summer of Superman, dude, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun as hell. And you can bet your little tush that I'm gonna be making a lot more videos on it, because that's what I said in my New Year's video. And I never lie in those. Never. I've never once lied in one of those. I always stay true to my word. And I put out all the videos that I mentioned in those because I'm an honest guy and I'm true to my word, and I make good on what I say in those. And with that, it's time for me to leave. I'm gonna walk over there and read this some more. So I'm gonna go. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed your new favorite video. And we'll see you in the next Superman video. Hello, it's me from the future. I don't want to end the video here. A, because the joke I make here about not being able to read is really bad. And 2, I do have some special announcements. So if you look on my posts page on here, which I know none of you do, maybe like 2 of you do, but I announced 2 videos that I'm working on. One of them is an analysis of the DC Comics and Thomas Minis collab, just because it's a thing I'm interested in and thought it would be fun to talk about. So that is coming on June 12th, 2025. And then the second one that I'm thinking of doing, I actually have a poll there, so if you want to vote on that, you can. It is for a video about Epic Universe, the new Universal Studios theme park in Orlando. I want to make a video about it because I have a lot to say about it, even though I've never been there. I haven't been there yet, but only if you guys want me to. So if you don't want me to, I won't make it, but if you do, then I will. Okay, that's all I wanted to talk about, so I hope you enjoyed watching your new favorite video. This is the actual end of your new favorite video, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!